We are live. Hey, welcome everyone to our Ozarks First Fast and Local. We have meteorologist Tom Schmidt with us. Hey, Tom.
Good morning.
Busy morning here.
It has been, very cold. Not so cold, I guess, but very icy.
Yes.
Busy, even in the newsroom. A lot going on.
Yes. Lots of accidents to tell you about. We're going to wait for a few people to join, and then we're going to give you the rundown of what's going on around Springfield, around the Ozarks, and when we could see it melt away. Because once we get past this, we're going to be smooth sailing for a while.
Yeah, it looks like temperatures above freezing, probably around noon today. Pretty safe bet there. And then after that, ice will begin to melt. So it is really still just this morning where all the troubles are coming from.
Just got to get through this. Okay,
Yeah.
Take a look at this video. This is from Campbell and Plainview Road. Maybe took the turn a little fast. Not exactly sure what happened there, but he ran right into that pole.
Yikes.
You've got to take it easy when you're out there. It is a sheet of ice across the area, and it looks like this is from the Stratford exit of Mulroy Road, or Beaver Road is what we now call it. And you can see in the distance, that's a jackknifed semi-truck or tractor trailer that is blocking the entrance onto that. And I believe this is looking westbound towards Springfield, towards Joplin. So that that exit's closed. Nobody's getting past that for a while. So we've been following just multiple accidents across the area. I know Nixa is on emergency alert only. They're not responding to all calls. And I've taken calls from different parts of the Ozarks where they're saying we just can't get to people. So if you don't have to be out, just stay put. We do have some good news, though. This is one of the most shortest lived ice storms I've ever been a part of. And I like it.
That's our kind of ice storm, right? Just a couple hours.
Just a couple hours. So if you can stay put until about noon or 1, I think it's going to change for you.
The bad thing is it has come like the morning commute. It's like the busiest. It is just a couple hours, but it's at the busiest time of day. And so, like I said, there have been a lot of accidents reported, and people are even struggling to get in here to the office. At Keller 10, we've had a lot of problems there.
It's an ice rink out there. Somebody asked, will it refreeze tonight? That's a really good question, Carol. What do you think, Tom?
It doesn't look like it. Temperatures should stay above freezing after we get done with this morning. And so we'll be in the mid-30s. It'll be cold tonight. We're going to go for about 34 degrees in Springfield tonight. But any ice out there, it should be gone noon, 1 o'clock today. And then we're home free after that. No more freezing temperatures on the 7-day. We like that.
I like that. Okay, looking at satellite and radar right now, all the pink showing up, that is freezing rain or sleet, but in our case, freezing rain. But notice that there's some green starting to show up. We're starting to see a rain switch over already, Tom. That's kind of what we expected.
A little bit, yeah. It's going to move in from west to east, making that transition. So, folks, east of Springfield, east of Highway 65, will still see the freezing rain fall probably till about noon or maybe even 1 o'clock farther east of there. But the good news is, we're starting to see some of that transition happening in northwest Arkansas, and that rain will continually take over, and we'll gradually continue to climb above freezing as the morning goes on.
Okay, temperature-wise. An ice storm, it all depends on just a few degrees, right? It's either going to be snow if it's cold enough, or it's going to be rain if it's warm enough. And we're sitting in that sweet spot where we're still seeing the freezing rain.
It is, 31 degrees here in Springfield, and road temperature still, of course, ground covered with the ice out there as well. You notice that the 39 in Fayetteville, that's where the rain is starting to take over. They're not really dealing with freezing rain there anymore. Now, we could see the freezing rain linger is going to be just east of Springfield, so down Highway 60. The elevation is actually a little higher, and so they do stay colder for a little longer farther east of Springfield, and it looks like parts of Christian County down to even Ozark County and Ava, and Douglas County, those areas. So there could be some lingering freezing rain farther east and southeast of Springfield today, but generally temperatures are slowly on the climb.
Okay, we heard Clayton Barker. He said, awesome, I work overnight, so I had to call in last night, but I was hoping to hear I could go in tonight. I think you're okay. Like Tom just said, temperature-wise, it should not refreeze is what we're looking at. Maybe in some of those low-lying areas where, it drops a little bit cooler, but for the most part, we're going to be staying above freezing, which is good news. But boy, it's an ice rink out there. Hey, I want to show you a really cute video that we had sent in to us. This is from Amanda Cottrell from Marshfield, and this is a little corgi puppy. He is slip sliding all over. Isn't he cute?
He is. Yeah, look at that. A lot of people doing the same things out there.
Yeah, he's not the only one in those little short legs. It probably doesn't hurt as much when he falls. We got a picture from Aurora. This one is from Springfield. Just an ice rink everywhere you look. This one really really showing how slick it is in downtown Springfield right now from Eric. And then John Jones sent this photo.
This is so cool to see this.
This really is fun. Some kids out there, they put on their ice skates and they are playing hockey. How fun. I mean, if it's going to be an ice day, and the little snow we've seen, it's been so cold, kids can't actually go and enjoy it. This is actually the chance that they have right now.
It's probably the safest way to get across the ice right there.
No kidding.
If you can do it, that'd be the funnest and probably safest way.
Yes.
That's so cool. I never even thought about that.
Do you have ice skates
Good
at home?
idea. No, I don't.
Me neither, but maybe I should get some. Okay, we have been watching the OzarksTraffic.com all morning long. This is showing different areas where they've had accidents reported, and the good news is we have less than we have been seeing. So that is good news for the Ozarks Traffic Report. MoDOT still showing very covered roadways, and this is a look at Stoutland exit along I-44, and you can just tell how many people are staying home right now. I mean, look how bare that is on I-44.
Roads are pretty barren.
Yeah, they really are. It is because they are ice covered. It is an ice rink across the area. And even into Arkansas, we're seeing icy or ice patch places. We can view activity on here, and you can see that stretching all the way into the Ash Flat area right now. And Little Rock looks like they're still in the clear, which is good news. We do have a few questions coming in, so let's switch over and get your questions asked for this morning with Tom Schmidt and me. Ozark is an ice cube. So tomorrow we're good to go for work and school, and that's coming in from Sierra Loon. If my kids are asking, they're going to be real mad when we say, yes, you're going to school tomorrow.
I think that's the question there. Yeah, right.
Is that the question? Is it a teacher?
Kids going to school, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tomorrow shouldn't be any problems. Again, the freezing rain will come to an end noon, and then after that we'll start to see improvements, and roads will just be wet with rain, but not freezing rain.
Yeah, I mean, temperatures are already to that point where we're starting to see a switch over in some areas. But as we progress throughout today, temperatures will climb. So we're actually going to be above freezing by 10, 11 o'clock. I know my kids didn't have school today. They're part of Springfield Public Schools, but we have a ball game tonight. I'm eager to see if they think if they're going to play it or if they're going to say no. My odds have it, I'm going to say they're going to say no.
Yeah, maybe so. It will be a soggy day outside of the freezing rain. So, like the rain might break up a little bit by noon or 1 o'clock, but then another wave of rain moves in, but it's not going to be freezing rain. So, yeah, by noon, we should be pretty good consistently here in Springfield. Okay to go.
Okay. I have had a couple questions come in. Will the rain actually wash away the ice? Like, will we have to scrape when we leave work and to go home?
Oh.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I wouldn't think so, because I think temperatures will be warm enough to where it will be melting. The melting process will begin. Now, there could still be, like if you're talking about your car windshield, I guess, if you're worried about it icing over this morning, of course, and you're at work like mine is, and walk outside, could be some new ice. If there was anything, I imagine it would come off pretty easily.
Okay, good.
So not too much difficulty later on.
You need to go get those wipers up. What about bridges, and even with temperatures being above freezing, with those bridges overnight?
They should be okay. Yeah, even the bridges and overpasses. Like you were saying earlier, there could be a few low spots. Your classic spots that tend to get colder. Cold air sinks, and so those low spots tend to pool the colder air. But generally, temperatures will be above freezing tonight. It looks like mid-30s. We're going to go 34, maybe 35 here in Springfield. And some of the data says it could be warmer than that.
I don't want to deal with with ice, but I don't like cold rain either. So
No, that's not fun, especially if you have to be out and about. The cold rain is not enjoyable.
Yes, no, not good at all. Let's talk about ice totals. We've already seen how much in Springfield. Was it already to about a tenth of an inch?
I think it was about a tenth to 2/10 in some areas.
Okay, so
somewhere
heavier.
between that range.
And you're expecting a little bit more southeast of Springfield.
I think so. Seymour already reported about a quarter of an inch out there. I think that came in from the fire department or maybe the emergency manager.
Okay.
Reported about a quarter inch. And so, we're still seeing the rain falling, and it is still freezing, so it could pick up an additional glaze to a tenth of an inch, but the bulk of it is pretty much over with, but we are still seeing that freezing rain outside.
Okay, let's go ahead and show you some of those videos that I was showing earlier. This is a look at Campbell and Plainview Road. Somebody might have just taken that turn a little fast. I mean, roads are slick, and this is kind of one of the more traveled intersections out there. It's just very, very icy. We also have a look here on the Mulroy Exit Road. This is near Stratford or Beaver Road, where Bucky's is. This is looking to our west, so towards Springfield Springfield towards Joplin, and you can see that there is a semi jackknifed. It's kind of up there in the center of your screen, just a little bit to the left, and it doesn't look like anybody's getting past that semi as they're trying to get off on that exit. They're just going to have to move on down the road, which earlier in the day I'd heard of semis having trouble with that Stratford exit. There's just issues all the way around. There's also fun to be had if you get to stay at home. This sweet little corgi in Marshfield, he's just slip sliding everywhere. Isn't he cute? He just doesn't even know what to do with that.
He is. No, it would be kind of fun, if you don't have any responsibilities, you don't have to go anywhere. It might be kind of fun to just slip and slide around.
Yes, a good idea to put up those windshield wipers. We were just talking about that. Springfield, that is a sheet of ice out there as temperatures stay below freezing. It looks like shiny. And then, if you have ice skates, this is one of those days you could actually go and ice skate. It is that slick out there. This is sent in from John Jones in Springfield, and his son and a buddy seem to be out there playing street hockey. Street ice hockey?
Say street ice hockey. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Something like that. It'd be a lot of fun.
It does look like fun.
Very creative. Way to just get out, There's no school today.
Yeah.
In Springfield, so way to take advantage and get outside.
Yeah, and here lately, when we've not had school, temperatures have been just so frigid that kids can't really go out and enjoy it. My son's kind of a crazy one. He did, but most kids have to stay in when it's that cold. So this is the right temperature, close to freezing.
It is, not too uncomfortably cold.
Yeah.
The wetness outside it is damp, like we were talking about. Cold rain is never enjoyable, but it's not, 10 degrees, 20 degrees like it has been. So
yes.
32 feels okay.
Okay, tell us what we're seeing on the satellite and radar for one last time, Tom.
Okay, so just a real quick wrap up here. We're going to have, again, freezing rain continues to push off towards the east. Okay, so we could still pick up an additional glaze to possibly 1/10 of an inch farther southeast of Springfield. We are starting to see, though, some rain mix on in as temperatures are gradually climbing. So northwest Arkansas now not dealing with freezing rain anymore, and stuff should begin to melt there pretty soon. And I still think around 11 o'clock, noon, is when things will start to get a little better. And some of that ice should subside a bit.
Okay, temperature-wise, we are looking at temperatures really close to that freezing mark. And ice storms, it's just a game of where the temperature is. And right now, we're at 31 degrees in Springfield.
31 and climbing. We were 28 degrees this morning, so it's a slow climb, but a steady climb. And notice this, it's 29 in Ava. And Ava's got that, slightly higher elevation once you get east of Springfield a little bit, especially southeast. So they could be below freezing a little longer. So that's why ice amounts specifically down southeast of Springfield could be a little higher. But the good news is, we're going in the right direction. 32 now in Joplin. And
I like that. Going in the right direction. It's a horrible commute this morning, but if you could hold off for a few hours, I just don't see it being as much of an issue this evening.
No, I think by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, we should all be pretty good to get around those roads okay. It will be raining still, but the ice should be melted and pretty easy to get around.
I hope it's before then, because I'd like to go home and take a nap before 3 o'clock. So this is the look at the next 12 hours where temperatures will be. We're expecting to be into the mid to upper 30s in a few places across the Ozarks.
Yeah, right. This is for the Springfield timeline. And so I think we'll be at 32 or maybe 33. Around 11 o'clock or noon. Points eastward, though, is going to be a little slower to reach that 32-degree mark. But it is coming our way. I'd say, again, by 2 or 3 o'clock, we should all be above freezing and good to go.
Okay. And one last time, we have a winter weather advisory until 3 p.m. By then, again, temperatures will be above freezing. And then we have that ice storm warning, not only for a few counties in Arkansas, we also have those counties where you said the elevation's a little bit higher. We just expect higher totals, and that's why that ice storm warning's in place until 3 p.m. But after this, we're kind of smooth sailing for the rest of the month. I was trying to find if I could see a temperature forecast here, and I'm not finding it really quickly. So just give us a little tease of what we can expect, Tom, with that.
Yeah, so the freezing temperatures, it's this morning, and that's about it.
Okay.
After this morning, for the next 7 days, the freezing temperatures are gone. Now, it's going to be raining. Okay, it will be a soggy but mild week ahead.
Okay.
So we got rain tonight into tomorrow morning. Tuesday's mostly dry. Another round of rain showers Tuesday evening into Wednesday. And then temperatures during that time, again, mid-40s, even some low 50s on Wednesday and Thursday.
Look at this. I mean, that is something we've not seen for most of January.
It will feel fantastic, yeah. It might be a little gloomy, but 50 degrees, feel pretty good.
Yeah, that is going to feel great. Okay, let me check and make sure we have no more questions. Quarter of an ice thickness in Ozark. That'd probably be about right, Clayton. So
Probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, stay safe out there. We will have updates coming to you later today on our news. We are going to be live during Colorton News at midday. That'll be at 11. I will be out. I'll be outside, hopefully not driving around. Tom will be in here giving you your weather. We also have updates coming to you from Colorton at 5, 6, and 10, and then on Fox 49 at 6:30 and 9. And of course, you can check anytime on our website, OzarksFirst.com. Thanks, Tom, for joining me.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
Have a great day, everyone.